just got back from the most epic trip in Iceland. Now, before I get to the top 10 questions that I've been asked, let me just show you what our plan was. So maps aren't my strong suit, but we started somewhere around here in Reykjavik. Our plan was to spend 11 nights sleeping in a camper van while going all around Iceland. Yeah, it was awesome. Now, if you're considering having an adventure like this, you might have some questions. So let's get to it. These are the top 10 questions that you might have if you are considering road tripping in a camper van in Iceland. Here we go. Here's the thing. Ring Road is that road that goes all the way around Iceland. Technically, you can drive that in about 17 hours. But honestly, I would never try to do it in less than 6 days. There's just way too much to see, way too many places to stop and look at. Ideally, you should dedicate 10 days or more. Unless you're traveling in the summer and you're strictly planning to stay on Ring Road, I would definitely recommend a 4-wheel drive. One of the reasons is that many of the roads off of Ring Road are considered F roads. So if you're planning to venture into any of these, then you absolutely do need a 4-wheel drive to access them. And let's just be honest, these are some of the roads that will get you to the most epic views in Iceland. Oh, that, yeah. The short answer is that we showered as little as possible. Yeah, but we also used lots of baby wipes and did get to shower when we visited the lagoons. Now for the bathrooms, we went when most of the campsites were closed, so really our only options were things like gas stations, which by the way close early, and yeah. Yes, when we first got to Iceland, we stocked up on groceries from Costco, Nido, Kronen, and Bonus. We like to be thorough. We also restocked along the way, and we made all of our meals in our camper van. Now, if you don't want to cook your own meals, you can buy food along the way, but I will warn you, it is insanely expensive. Here's the thing. So Iceland has gotten really strict on overnight parking. Technically, you're only supposed to park overnight at campsites. When we went, most campsites were closed. So we basically parked wherever there was a nice view, wherever we felt safe, and wherever there wasn't a no overnight parking sign. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit worried about how comfortable it would be to live in a van for 11 plus days, but honestly, it was great. Our camper van was spacious enough for the two of us. It had a heater, the bed was extremely comfortable, and there was plenty of room for us to lounge. If you want to see the camper van that we stayed in, you can check out the video linked below. Yeah, we had unlimited data for like 7 to 10 euros a day. I mean, great deal. If you're going to see the Northern Lights, definitely get the My Aurora Forecast app. It'll tell you the chances of you seeing the Northern Lights that night, where you're more likely to see them, etc. You should also get the Vidor, oh boy, this app. It'll basically alert you of any severe weather. I'm going to spend a little bit of extra time on this question because honestly, this was the most important part of our trip. We were looking for something that was automatic, four-wheel drive, reliable, and comfortable. So we researched pretty much every camper van company in Iceland. Finding something that was automatic and a four-wheel drive wasn't too bad. There were quite a bit of companies that provided that. Now, when it came to finding something that was reliable and comfortable, Cozy Campers stood out. See, we wanted something that was not just going to be comfortable to sleep in and drive in, but we also wanted to be comfortable when we were doing things like cooking, eating, hanging out, making food. I mean, after all, we were going to spend most of our time in this van. When we looked at many of the camper vans out there, their layout just did not seem ideal. They just did not look comfortable. Many of them had the kitchen on the opposite end of the sitting area, which meant that if you were cooking or using the sink, you either had to be on your knees or crouching down, and this honestly just didn't look comfortable to us. Now, when we came across Cozy Campers, immediately it looked like somewhere where I would want to spend my time in. It had the sitting area, which could be used to actually sit while you were cooking so you weren't all cramped up. The table came up when you needed it. It folded down for extra space. The bed was extremely easy to put together. There was plenty of room to just lounge. It was just the perfect layout. When it comes to reliability, we wanted a company where we felt that if something did happen, they would be readily available and provide us with good service. Cozy Campers absolutely provided that service to us. We had questions at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning when we were just trying to figure something out. They were always available for us, and I really don't know what other company would provide this type of service. So I definitely recommend Cozy Campers, and if you want to check out the camper van that we stayed in, you can check out the video linked below. To definitely plan the spots that you want to see ahead of time. Although I love being spontaneous, Iceland is not the best place to purely be spontaneous at, just because there's so many places to see that you would never know exist unless you look them up. Now, with that said, still leave some time to explore and to venture off and be spontaneous. All right, well, I guess that's it. If you're planning to go on your own Icelandic road trip adventure, definitely have fun. Do it, you will not regret it, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.